Ezra Thompson. I'm going to be making a vegan carrot cake. I tried to make this for Easter. It was amazing. I really loved it. First ingredient is going to be 1 cup of shredded carrots. Next, we have half a cup of shredded pineapple. There it is. Very beautiful. It gives you that citrus flavor. You can also use applesauce. It's either or in this recipe, kind of whatever flavor you prefer. Next, we have half a cup of oil. I used canola oil for this recipe. You can also use olive oil, avocado oil, whatever you prefer. Next up, we have 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar. You can also use white vinegar if that is what you prefer. Next, we have 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So, yeah, good stuff. Very strong. Next up, we have 1.5 cups of white flour. Here it is. Next, for the spices, we have 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. Next, we have 3/4 teaspoon of salt. And for the last 2 ingredients, we have half a teaspoon of baking soda, as well as half a cup of sugar. And so that is all for the ingredients. The next step we're going to be doing is actually just putting it into this mixing bowl.
1, go.
Okay, so for the first ingredient we're going to dump in 1 cup of vegan carrots. Shredded carrots. Half a cup of crushed pineapple. 1/4 cup of canola oil. 2 teaspoons of vinegar. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. 1.5 cups of flour. 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. 3/4 tablespoon of salt. Yeah. 1/2 cup of a teaspoon of baking soda. And 1/2 cup of sugar. Okay, so now we're going to be mixing all of these ingredients, the dry and the wet ingredients, into the KitchenAid. I love this thing. You can also just mix them by hand, and it'll work just fine. Always got to remember to lock this thing down, put it on probably the 2nd setting, and let's mix it. It's already starting to look like carrot cake. I feel like the Easter Bunny already. So now we're just going to be spreading. Now you're just going to want to spread out your carrot cake to just get an even layer. However much batter you have, just make sure that each side and each part of the cake is equal in height. And right now, yes, it doesn't look like much, but you can always double the recipe. You can always remember that. You can always double the recipe. But actually, like, the first time I made this on Easter, I was like, this isn't going to turn out like very much cake. And actually, once it was finished, the amount of cake that it did turn up to when it baked was actually a lot. So don't worry about how small it looks. It's actually going to be perfect. Just remember, you can double the recipe, and it's very simple to do. Okay, I think we're getting an even layer. Let me ask my grandma here, who's helping. If it is, what do you think about this evenness?
On the sides, get it off the sides.
Get it off the sides? Okay.
Okay, stop. Looks good.
Looks good? Okay. Welcome back. Yesterday we did the frosting. Unfortunately, the frosting, the vegan cream cheese frosting this recipe calls for, I didn't let the cream cheese get to room temperature, and so I was a little impatient. And so what happened was the consistency was a little bit off. So what I did is I just went to the store and picked up this vanilla Pillsbury frosting. I use it all the time for baking, and it's really good if you don't have the time or you mess up frosting like I did. If you do want to do this vegan cream cheese recipe, the frosting, all you're going to do is get a bowl and you're going to beat everything in, all these ingredients, and then you're going to refrigerate it when you're done. It's very simple. Just make sure everything is room temperature or you'll have what happened to me. So first, you need 8 ounces of vegan cream cheese, any brand. I used Follow Your Heart. That's the one I used last time when it turned out good, and it was really good. Next we have 4 ounces of vegan butter, and then 2 cups of powdered sugar, and then you're going to add 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, and then just beat that all together. So I will see you guys in the next clip when I put the frosting on. You gotta say action. Finished product. Thank you guys for watching my video.